expect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his bop.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. But he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Play fake. Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. A gain there of 21 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Breida. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Bass on for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Completes it to Davis. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mayfield now.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
On third down, here's Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Bills force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action. Now Kaepernick. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Now a give running left is Breida. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Deontay Johnson, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he stopped immediately there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now left side on the swing pass. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Lambeau on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Not much there, only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run the counter. Harris. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Mayfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Now a give to Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
and that'll make this a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coach, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Completion here to Claypool. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. This is Harris on the draw. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Matt Breida taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
2nd and 10.
Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. And Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Mayfield to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's checking.
Here's a toss right side for Breida. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Here's Baker. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Mayfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This is Breida. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Bills, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.